How's it going, guys? Living in bad faith here, and I'm playing Homefront again for the PC, and as you just saw, I was shot, but just before that you saw I was using the M4 with the new weapon camo unlocked. When you reach level 75 you get this weapon camo, and it's kind of just like a joking, sort of fun-ish weapon camo. It's not really like a serious one. And yeah, so it's bright pink and has little hearts and little skulls on it. So it's just a bit of fun. It does tend to glow a lot in the shadows, and you're really easy to see. The gun is really easy to see at long range or at a distance, so it's not the best tactical option as far as weapon camos go, but yeah, like I said, it's just a bit of a joke. Most people, once they hit level 75, will just sort of use this one for a little bit. Yeah, just as a joke, and then they'll go back to whatever weapon camo they were using before. But I kinda like it. It makes the game look a little bit interesting, and brings a bit of fun into the game. And I like fun. That's why I play video games. They're meant to be fun. So yeah, I am using the M4 instead of the ACR this game. I usually use the M4 with a silencer, just to decrease some of the recoil. But I'm using it with the ACOG scope this time, just because the ACR with the ACOG scope is really easy to use, especially at sort of like longish range, mid to long range, because it just doesn't have the recoil that all the other assault rifles do. It definitely has more than the M4. So I'm just trying to use the M4 now and just make it a little bit more challenging in that respect. But it's still pretty easy to use at short range, just like then. The recoil just doesn't seem to make that much difference. And yeah, so the M4 is generally a lot. When you fire, there's a lot more recoil and it's a lot more jerky. So I'm trying to teach myself to burst fire a little bit more. Mostly when I play first-person shooters, I have a really heavy trigger finger. I tend to just sort of spam bullets in the heat of the moment, and one, I generally don't hit that much unless I'm using the ACR, and two, I just shot my ally then for no reason, and two, I waste a lot of bullets. I tend to run out and I have to pick up enemy guns, so I'm pretty much now conditioned to, when I see an enemy and I kill them, I pretty much just switch their gun out for my pistol, which you'll see a lot during, or a fair few times during my recent gameplays. And yeah, so trying to use the M4 to teach myself to burst fire. And I'm just about to spawn up in a battle tank, which I have been using more of recently, ever since the patch for the PC version of this game. Helicopters have just been a lot harder to fly, and they just don't turn as well, and I haven't been able to get any decent gameplay with the helicopters. So I've pretty much just gone off using helicopters. I now use the ground vehicles, because they're kind of fun. I didn't really realize how fun they were until I was pretty much forced to use them after the patch. And also figured out how to go into third person mode, which if PC players don't know, it's just C, or V, or X. It's one of those buttons, and it makes it a lot easier to drive, because you know which direction your tank is facing easier. You don't have to look at that little icon down the bottom of the screen, so it's just like right in front of you, what direction you're facing and where everything is, where obstacles are in relation to you. So yeah, I like using it. Third person mode, that is. And as for infantry abilities and battle point purchases, I'm basically just using the same setup I usually have, which is white phosphorus, just for the airstrike. I just use that to burn up some battle points if I ever have some lying around with nothing really to do with them. And it's a great way to increase your kill streak rewards and get a higher threat level just by killing like 3 people at a time with a white phosphorus strike. And also have flak jacket, which just lets you take a little bit more damage. And infantry abilities, the same setup again, just more accurate ADS and faster ADS, attack reload, just a faster reload time, and ghost, so you don't come up in enemy UAVs. That's my standard sort of setup that I generally use for my like running and gunning. I pretty much always have it. If I have an ACOG scope, I will always have more accurate ADS firing, just because you need it to shoot the long range. Maybe not with the ACR, but I just use it anyway. And yeah, as for my tank purchase abilities, I have the move faster, faster turn speed, and quicker reload times. That's just for the tank. I don't use that setup with any other of the land vehicles. Which most people tend to use the ejection seat with their vehicles, just so they can, after their vehicle's destroyed, they can live through it. But I don't like that. You can just sort of get out when it's flashing red, so it saves up those purchase points to use on something better. Anyway, so we lost, which kind of sucked, and I got 25 for 4, which that's okay, but I was nowhere close to the other people because I joined partway through, so it was still a good gameplay. I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I have more videos on my channel if you want to watch those. And yep, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.